So our panel for next session is already on board. Mr. DP Tripathi, he's here, and I am also. I guess Dr. Sangeeta is also there. Yeah, she is here. So thank you so much, both these dignitaries on dais. So I just have a quick introduction about Mr. DP, because Dr. Sangeeta is going to tell him more about. So he is a really nice personality, hardworking, motivational, dedicated library professional we have in nowadays. So you might have seen his lot of activity online he is doing, and during this pandemic, I think after Professor Ramesh Gaur, he is the only person who has captured whole social media by organizing lot of activity to promote library services in different technical domain, not lecturing anything on कहना कुछ और है करना कुछ और है, not like that. He is the person who is actually doing all this thing on his own. And if you visit his YouTube channel and blog post, you will find all the hard work he is doing for the profession. I really thankful to you, Mr. DP, and I'm interacting him since long time, and I really appreciate that he's agreed to because he is also taken additional charge of assistant registrar at NIT Raurkela. So I know how much busy he is. So I requested him to grace the occasion and have some kind of technical session for the benefit of the participant as well. And we are also fortunate to have Dr. Sangeeta Paliwal. She is the librarian at Symbiosis International University, Pune. So she's another dignitary is with us, and I thank you, madam, for your valuable time. And I hand over session to you so that we can, because already we have 30 minutes last in this session. So over to you, Dr. Sangeeta. Yeah, just unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good morning, all the participants, and thank you, Mr. Sri Ram, to give me this opportunity to give introduction of Mr. DP Tripathi. Mr. DP Tripathi has 16 years of experience of working in different capacities to manage the information and resources in the digital era. Having positive and soft skill with leadership ability to lead the team for result-driven output. He has been a Commonwealth Professional Fellow at University of East London, UK. He is very active in managing technology-driven libraries, application of OSS in libraries, and e-content developer for user education. Along with assistant librarian at NITR, he is holding additional charge of assistant registrar of the institute. Here I must add one more point. If any librarian is getting this type of administrative position, then this is the proud moment for all the librarians, because in very few institutions library is getting that such type of position. So over to you, Mr. Tripathi.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for your kind words. Respected dignitaries on the virtual dais and all the respected participants and each and everyone who is joining this event today. First of all, good morning to all of you. I would like to express my sincere thanks to the management and my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sriram for creating this opportunity and making me the part of this event as a speaker for the topic which is given to me, that is the research information and bibliography management. So first of all, I'm really thankful to Dr. Sriram for considering me for this topic, and I assure that I will try my level best to deliver the content which is really relevant for managing the research related information. So with your kind permission, I would like to share my PPT and then I will continue with the talk. I guess my PPT is visible now. So before starting the session, the topic which is regarding the managing the references, managing the information, managing the research related document, and preparing the bibliography. The first question is it comes in our mind as a researcher when we think. The first question comes in mind that why do we need and why and how we are going to manage the research related document, research related information and bibliography. There are a lot of answers you will get because you are related to research. So you have to manage your research for good writing. You have to prepare the bibliography as per the requirement of the research. So many answers you will get yourself. But the thing is that when we start doing this, so there are few things which we have to consider before starting. If we do all these things manually, obviously there is a age of information explosion where we have lot of information available over internet or even in the physical form, and it is really very difficult for anyone, any researcher or any faculty or anyone who is involved in research activity to manage all these resources manually. And means there is no doubt that if you manually organize all these information, you will find lot of difficulties because it takes lot of time. And if suppose you are asked to organize or manage these information properly as per any citation style, so you have to spend lot of time to organize all those information. But the technology, due to the advent of technology, we have been fortunate to get so many tools. Those tools are really helpful for managing and organizing the information, especially the research related documents which we are means frequently uh,
Uh,
searching and getting.
Sorry,
So,
DP.
yeah.
Can you check your mic? You know, because there is humming sound coming up.
Okay, okay, I'll just check. Is it okay now, sir?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay. So this particular, especially when we talk about the different tools, there are variety of tools in the open source category, in free software category, and also the in the commercial category where you find lot of good tools, and it comes with a lot of very powerful features which helps you to manage these information. So uh, I will not take you through all the tools, but I have selected two very powerful and very famous tools. And the one very good point is that both the tools are free, and that is Mendeley and Zotero. Personally, I have used this tool and found very powerful in especially the research related information management and preparation of the bibliography, and arranging all the document and writing the research proposal with the help of Mendeley and Zotero. So I found these tools very powerful. So starting with the Mendeley, in fact, it will be means if I talk about especially the research, I will deviate from my topic. So I am just trying to talk only about the research tool, these two tools, Mendeley and Zotero, and practically I will demonstrate one by after another, and then I will also demonstrate that how it is different and whichever is most suitable for you. And basically, when we choose out of two, so we have to think so many criteria, and then we choose. So we will see one after another once we see the demonstration. So I will take little time to introduce about the Mendeley, what is Mendeley, and then we will I guess my PPT is
Can you
visible.
check now? There is just some. I think your audio jack is okay. You just check
My audio jack is okay, sir.
because
Is it okay now? My voice is reaching you without mic, I
yeah,
means
because
without headphone.
some humming sound is coming. Okay, not coming.
Is it not okay? Is it audible now?
No, it's no humming up.
Okay. 1 minute, I'll check. Is this okay now?
No, खरखराहट हो रही है.
Sir. Just a minute, sir. In my CPU is also on, so I'll just switch off the CPU. So it will be. Hello.
Yes.
Is this okay?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Adios, amigo. Powering on.
Okay, sir. I guess it is okay now.
No, again it started.
Hello.
It's again started.
You are not audible.
दोबारा शुरू हो गया.
Hello.
Yes. No voice.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes. But वही sound आ रहा है.
Okay. Is it? अभी भी आ रहा है सर.
हाँ हाँ. ऑडियो जैक का प्रॉब्लम है क्या?
No, sir. Actually, it is okay from my end. There is no nothing is on also.
इसको हटा के जरा
Everything is okay
headphone
from
हटा
my
के
end.
जरा देखिए.
Okay. Now is it okay without headphone? You
Yes,
just check.
yes.
Is this okay?
Yes, yes, बिल्कुल perfect.
Okay. Okay. So I'll not use headphone now.
Right, right.
Okay. So, okay, let us continue. With the help of PPT, I will proceed. And especially, let us see what is Mendeley. When I talk about Mendeley, basically Mendeley is a company based in London, and it is responsible for providing the product and services for academician and researcher, and it is more known for reference manager. So initially it was introduced in the year 2008 by three great researcher, Paul Faulkner, Victor Henning, Jan Richet. But in 2013, it was taken over by Elsevier. And this Mendeley was named on the name of two biologists, Gregor Mendel and a very famous chemist, Dmitry Mendeleev. So they established in London in November 2007 by three German PhD students. And as I mentioned that later it was handed over to Elsevier in 2013, and since then Elsevier is taking care of Mendeley. So initially Mendeley has lot of feature, and I will show you and demonstrate you also practically, because if I talk theory, then it may not be suitable and you may not understand so many things. So quickly I will just go. It is available for cross-platform, means it is available for Windows, it is available for Linux, it is also available for Mac. So you can install in any any operating system and use it. And it also has a very good feature of importing the data through browser. Also, it allows you to integrate with your Word, Microsoft Word and OpenOffice. So it helps you to prepare the bibliography, generate the bibliography, cite the references, as per the different citation styles. All these are very powerful feature of Mendeley you will be seeing. But one more feature which Mendeley has, that is the connecting with the outer world. Means you will have lot of researcher, they are working on different topics, they are working on the different areas, and you can be the part of those group. You can be the in the Mendeley platform. You can connect with the millions of researcher, and you can collaborate with them for the better output. And one more very good means you will find the benefit using Mendeley, that it also provides you lot of resources for research funding. It gives you the information where you can approach. Suppose you are doing any research work and you need some financial assistance. So in that case, you can also approach those research funding agencies. You can submit your research proposal and you can request for the research fund. So that will be helpful to carry out your research. So, and Elsevier also provides the platform where you can also share your own publication, which will fetch your citation, which will also be read by other researchers available on Mendeley. So it gives you, or you can find your author productivity very similar to other database like Scopus and Web of Science. So that also will be helpful, and it has a very vast catalog of around 90 million unique record. So it is all indexed, crowdsourced index of scholarly articles. So it will also help you to do the literature search, and it also allows you to just integrate the feed, so that if any development is going on in any particular area, so that will give you the exact information on uh, uh, any particular topic. So that we will see. So let us move to the outline which we are going to talk today. We will see that how we can install and do the registration, how to add document in Mendeley, and how to install in the local drive, how to enable it in online platform, then how we can add the document through folder, watch folder, how we can do the literature search, and how we can get the suggestion from the Mendeley online library, how we can manage Mendeley library with different other options available in the Mendeley library, how we can export, import, all these we are going to see practically. So I will not take you through the slide fully, because it will kill our time. Rather, I will prefer showing you the practical things. So basically, Mendeley is, as I mentioned, that responsible for organizing your document, collaborating with other group for better research output, and discovering the different statistics, and also the recommendation, and also the different research related document. It helps you through feed to stay updated. Also, it allows you to store your data up to 2 GB, and also it helps you to manage your career. There are a lot of, you will get job opportunities on the Mendeley platform support. You can go to blog and find. So all these you will be getting. So I'll just stop my PPT here, and I'll directly take you to the Mendeley, and there we will see that how we can use Mendeley for our day-to-day research work. I guess my browser is visible. Okay. So in order to use Mendeley, the mendeley.com, that is the website, you are supposed to enter the web address in the browser, and you will get this browser means software on the mendeley.com, where you will get all the information. So you can see that when I just open this browser, I can see that there are many options available where I am supposed to download the software. That part I will come later. You can create a free account here, and there is no charge for this. Up to 2 GB Mendeley supports and gives you free account. So you don't have to pay a single rupee in order to create ID or use Mendeley. So suppose I just create here, for example, I create this and continue. So perhaps my user ID is already available. If it is not available, so what you can do, you just create a free account where it will ask you and give you the option to confirm from your mail ID. Once you confirm, then it will take you through the Mendeley. So for example, I have already created. So once you enter, it will take you inside the Mendeley dashboard. Now here you have to, initially it will ask you 2-3 things. It will ask you to provide your research area. For example, I am interested in library science. Some of you may be interested in humanities, science. So all these, when you do the login, you do enter after just signing up. So initially it will ask you to that what is your research related area. So what will happen, it will always help you to locate those related documents which are needful, means which are really essential for your research related document. So you can see I have already logged in, and now I'm inside my web dashboard. But in fact, we are not going to use online dashboard, because here we will not have more comfort. Though if we install it in the computer and then we work in the computer, so we will be getting more comfort to use. But you can also use in the online Mendeley dashboard. One more thing that you can see here, that this is my Mendeley dashboard where I have all the documents which I have integrated, means added in my library. So the benefit of using the desktop version of Mendeley is that you can also integrate, means synchronize. You can do all the work and you can synchronize. So what will happen, whatever you update in Mendeley in the desktop, it will get integrated here in the web dashboard. So instead of working, we also will see the other option like career, funding, data set, and all these we'll see later. But I will take you directly to the Mendeley, and for that you need to download the desktop version of Mendeley Reference Manager. It is a very small utility, approximately 5 or 6 MB. Once you download it, you need to simply install it, and once it is installed, you just log in with, you see this, this is for Windows, and if you want for Mac OS or Linux, so you can download and install it. Once you install, your window will look like this. I guess my window is visible to you. Yeah, this is the Mendeley desktop, which will look like this. I'll just sign out and show you again when you start, how does it look. Yeah, so this particular window, you see it will look like this. First time when you open, it will ask you to provide the username and password. So remember, when you created the registered email ID and password, you have to type the same DP Tripathi, whatever the email ID you have given. And once you enter, then this will take you inside the Mendeley library, and there you can organize all your research work, and that will help you to just manage your research. So you can see there are, I hope my this screen is visible to you all. If at any point of time, if it is not visible or you are getting any problems, so please let me know. So I'll adjust my this one screen accordingly. So here you can see there are three pane, the left pane, middle pane and right pane. And in the left pane, it is divided into two parts. Upper portion has lot of options which will help you to manage all your research related document. Below that, it will help you to use the tag. This tag will help you to locate the document. Suppose you have searched 1,000 document, and out of 1,000 document, you are getting difficulty in locating those important one. So the best option given in Mendeley that you can assign tag to the document which are relevant, or I will tell you there are some other ways where you can use the tag. And the right middle one, it will help you to organize all your document which you add. And the right one, it will show you the metadata part whenever you are adding any document to the Mendeley library. So now let me start with adding some document, then it will be more clear. So this is my Mendeley library. On the top, you can see some of the menus like file, edit, view, tools, everything. So this will give you options to add, but to start with, there are four parts which gives you means enable you to add the document. The first one is the literature search. This I'll tell you after some time after discussing this one. My library will help you to organize the content whichever is available here. So in we need to start using Mendeley by adding some document, and there are different methods to add. See on the top left corner, you have the option of adding the document by formatter. You can directly add any file, or you can add the whole folder, or you can add the watch folder, or you can add the record manually. Now you may be thinking what to add. So you have to add only those documents which are essential or which you have searched for writing your research proposal. For example, I am working on research data management. So as a literature search, I might have searched so many documents, or if I am writing any article, research article, and I have come across around 100 documents. So all those documents I have kept in one folder. And now I'm going to pull all the documents to Mendeley library. The benefit I will be getting by pulling that it will allow me, suppose I'm writing my article, so it will allow me to cite the different citation as per the citation style in my article. The second benefit I'll be getting that I will be able to create the bibliography with single click as per my citation style. So I'm going to add one file directly from here. I just click on add file, and it will ask me from where to add. So suppose I have searched some document, and I have kept some document ready reference, and those document I will add. Just a minute, I'll just. Okay, suppose I have searched on cloud computing, and I added, see all these documents I have added. I hope my screen is visible to you all. So these documents, I simply clicked on add files, and I located my folder wherever I have kept the folder. So this folder will allow me to either select one file, or even it can allow me to add all the files in one go. So I selected all the files, and all the files have come here. Now you can see all these information are available. And the benefit is, suppose I select any document in this library, so I can see my metadata part, metadata portion. You can see this metadata, it is available on the right side. So I just can see, suppose I click on this document, all these are visible at the right side, you see here. And if I see and I find that some of the points are missing, for example, I take it as a journal article, and I come to know that this is not journal article, it is something like book selection or book chapter. So I can change accordingly. If there is any author missing, so I can add or delete. If there is no pages is missing or volume number is missing, abstract is missing, some of the tag if you are willing to add or author keywords, so all these you can do from here by selecting each of them. So one point I have told you that how to add file through this first option, add file. Similarly, you can add the folder also. Sometimes it happens that you do not want to add one by one. You don't want to add all the files which are available in folder. So in that case, you have to locate that folder, and when you just locate that folder, simply you select that folder, and it will allow to add all the documents available in that particular folder. So benefit will be that you don't have to add one by one, and in that case it will save your time. Suppose I have added this, so all the document whichever available in that folder, it will come to your library. But there is one more option. Sometimes it happens that initially you have searched the document, and there you got 10 or 100 articles, you added all of them. But after 2 days, suppose you find two more document, or you find five more document which you want to add, so you will have to add one by one, and that may be little bit you can say sometimes you may feel or you may forget, or sometimes you may miss some information. So to avoid that, there is a very good feature available in Mendeley, that you can use watch folder. And this watch folder, what it does, it gives you opportunity that if any document, if you come across after adding all the document, after 2 days, if you get one more document, simply copy and paste that file in that folder. So automatically it will bring that file into this library. The benefit will be that you don't have to bother about the addition of that document to this library. So this is the benefit, this is the advantage of having the watch folder. So my personal suggestion is that whenever you are using Mendeley, instead of using folder or file, you just assign one folder and integrate that watch folder with Mendeley, and keep adding the document to that watch folder. So whenever you are adding any document to this watch folder, it will get synchronized with the Mendeley. This is the benefit, and it will help you to organize your document. So in this way you can add the document. Now let us go and see the how does the metadata work. See, when I click on any document, it shows the metadata at the right side here in the right pane. Now if I find that this particular tag, let me give you one example. It may be possible that I am working on two different articles at a time. For example, I'm working on the cloud computing, I'm writing one article. At the same time, I'm also writing the title of research data management. So what happens, it will be very difficult for me to organize all the information in one library or locate the information in one library, unless or until I just classify them through some method, or I classify them with any mechanism which can help me to identify those records with each. So I guess that I have 100 documents, out of which 50 documents are of cloud computing and 50 documents are of research data management. So let me take this first document where I can find there is no tag available. So what I do, I write here simple cloud computing, and I hit enter. So what happens, this particular document has got one tag. And now if I just see at the left pane, you just see when I click on this, it will fetch me that document wherever it finds cloud computing. So what will happen, one kind of classification I have done, or you can say one kind means one subject I have allotted. Whenever I just choose the tag cloud computing, it will bring all the articles which are having cloud computing at one place. So this will ease my work, and I will not have to search from the whole library. Now let us take one more example. For example, I use this third one, and here I give the tag, for example, research data management. I give here research data management, and you can give more than one tag also, and you can separate it with the semicolon. So this research data management, see, the moment I added research data management, one tag has been created. So see, I have two tags assigned to two different papers. And when I click on cloud computing, it shows me only those papers which are having which are related to cloud computing. Similarly, those documents which are having research data management related, it will show the research data management related document. And now again, let us go back to the library. Now I assign one more document, the tag research data management. So this research data management, once it is assigned, now if you click, it will give you two documents. Now you see, earlier it was one, now it has two documents. So similarly, I hope you understood the concept. The concept of tagging is that you are assigning one keyword which will classify all your document. So whenever you are writing any paper or research proposal, and you have categorized them with the different tags, so it will be very easy for you to locate those documents with tag option. And one more thing, that it is very, sometimes we require the document with some keyword. So those author keyword also you can assign here, and these author keywords also will help you. Like, see, there are 4 filter option here. So first one, we have used the tag. Similarly, there are author keyword. Author keyword is the keyword which we assign at the time of writing the article. So if you click on any particular author keyword, wherever it finds the same author keyword, it will locate the document in the library. You see all these. So this is slightly different from tag, because tag you are giving any particular broader sense title which will locate all the document at one place. But in case of author keyword, one document may have the more than one keyword or two keyword. So in that sense, it will categorize all one means whatever the keywords you assign to the paper. So you can see all the author keywords I can find. I can also filter with the author. Suppose I do not remember the title, only I know that this article was written by this author. For example, this. So if I click on this, so it will show that particular article. And one best thing is that, except a tag, author keyword, even if the tag is available at the time of importing the data, it will show here. But the other, like author keyword, author, and publication, all these are extracted from the document which you import in Mendeley library automatically. You don't have to create it. I did not do when I imported the data. I simply imported the data from my folder, my computer, to this Mendeley library, and it has fetched all the relevant document, like author keyword. It has fetched the authors, and also it would have fetched if the tag was available, and then the publication. So you don't have to put extra effort in extracting these keywords or author name for filtration. So this is the benefit, one strong benefit of Mendeley, where you have the freedom. You get the benefit of getting these keywords or tags or publication or author name without any extra effort. So in this way, you can use the filter option for managing your library. And also in the right side, you can see there are other keywords like DOI, and you can see that the file is attached. All these you can modify as and when, if you don't find that it is as per my requirement or there is something missing. So all these you can add or change whenever you want. These means using these options. Let me show you these options, I think this is self-explanatory, but I will just mention here. When I click on all document, I can see all the document, but there is also one options available, recently added or recently read. Uh, if any document you add recently, it will show you, or recently read. Recently read means, suppose I'm seeing this document, I just double click on this. So one more thing I would like to mention here, that the Mendeley also is a PDF reader. It helps you to read the PDF file. So whenever I double click, suppose any document is attached to Mendeley, so when I double click on any particular document, I find that that particular PDF is open. And here we can do so many things. I'm coming to that point later. So this is also PDF reader and work as a PDF reader. And now if I go to recently read option, so it will show me that how many documents from my library I have read. So it will give you one, you can say the idea that whatever the document I have already gone through and whatever the document I have left so far I have not read. So this recently read option will help you to understand that because it may be possible that you may get a lot of document in your library relevant to your research proposal or research related document. Some of the document you can mark them as a this one favorite document, which you find that these are very essential document for my research, because whatever research related review you have done, all the document you may not find relevant, or in any document you may find some of the portion relevant. So in that case, what will happen that you may forget. So you can do, you can just put the star mark, asterisk mark, where it will you can identify these record by just clicking on favorite. So all those favorite document will get in a single window where you can understand these are essential or required document for my research writing. So in one sense you can say you are categorizing, or you are just separating those documents which are essential for your research writing. So you can just put the star mark. And how do you put? See, just beside the title, and there is a star mark. Just click once, it will get highlighted and it will turn into yellow color. So it gets uh, added into the favorite means list. And the other option, that is the my publication, as I mentioned that you, if you have written your own article and you want to share with the Mendeley the library, it will be just viewed by the researcher throughout the globe, and it will also fetch you the citation, and also if the people read it, it will also give you the author productivity, all these. But you have to add the document to your this Mendeley public means library. You can say that this library will be visible throughout the globe. So just drag and just leave your document here. It will get added, and it will also show you that whatever the document you have added, and whenever it is viewed by anyone, all the detail you will get. So for better understanding, we will discuss in the web desktop, the dashboard, this particular option. And some of the documents, suppose it is not sorted, unsorted, so all these will fall in this. So it is not going to affect your the listing of the document. So whatever the document you have in all the document, it will be displayed here. Another option, that is the good one, that is the create folder. It is very similar to the tagging, as I said, but to have more clarity, what you can do, we can create the folder. Suppose we are working at the same time on 3-4 topic, so we can write the name of the folder, or it may also happen that in one research proposal there are many segments, like I'm working on the introduction part, then I'm working on the literature review, I'm working on some different suggestion, I got some article or document on the methodology, then conclusion. So it will be very difficult for me. Suppose I add all the document in library and then I just keep searching or bifurcate them through tag. But one more thing can be done, that I, instead of giving tagging and all, I can simply create the different folder, whatever I am doing. Suppose literature review. I can add one more folder, for example, methodology or suggestions, and whatever the document, if I get from is related to my research, so simply what I can do, I can simply just select those document and I can drag them in the particular folder. So these documents will be available in that folder. So it will not confuse me. I will simply, whenever I need that, what are the document I have read or got from suggestion. So now you see, if I click on suggestion, it will show me only 2 documents. Similarly, if I click on literature review, it will show me only those documents which are relevant to my literature review. And similarly, it will show only those documents which are related to introduction. So benefit will be that I can easily mark them through with the help of folder. This is one means we can do when we are writing any research proposal. The another thing we can do, that suppose we are working on 2 different papers, so we can just create 2 folder with the name of those article, and we can just keep all those documents in the folder. So if I click on any folder, it will show me only those relevant documents related to that particular article title which I am just working on. So these are the advantage of creating the folder. You can use it in the different way. And this is the group. This group will allow you basically to create 3 kind of group to collaborate with the other researcher available on the Mendeley, you can say, network. So one is the public, where the discussion will be open and you can have the reference sharing, research related document sharing in the public. Anyone can join and can be the part of your the group. And the second one is the private one. Suppose closed discussion, especially suppose you are working on your thesis and your supervisor and your some other expert, so you can create the private group and only you can share the PDF file with those. And the benefit will be that all the member of this private group, they will be able to annotate, they will be able to mark the portion with a different color. They can also mention their comment, and that will be helpful for you to update your research writing, add the point, delete the point as per the suggestion given by your supervisor. And this is another group. This is the part of public group, but it will be only the people will join, only those who are invited and approved by the administrator. So they will be only the member of this invited public group. So it is very easy. If I want to create, I have to simply name the group. Suppose research data management, and I just create group. So it will ask me to add some of the email ID, and if I give the email ID here, it will send me the link where I am supposed to finish the formality by accepting the invitation. Once I accept the invitation, I will be the member of this research management group, this group. And when if anyone does anything, share any document or anything, so I can just go and join the group and I can see whatever the activities is going on in that particular group. And similarly, there is a private group, so that will be restricted to only the private members who are having the eligibility to this one to join this group. So all these are beneficial to share. So in my opinion, means if you are using Mendeley, it is going to be of a great help for managing all your research related document with ease, and it will help you to write your research proposal in a very systematic and proper manner. Now let me show you the another beauty of this Mendeley. Suppose I was discussing about the annotation. Suppose I just choose this document and I double click here, and I find that this document is very suitable for me. And some of the portion I choose, suppose in the literature review or this one, I find that this is okay. This portion I am going to use for my introduction. So I can simply select, and I have option here. You can see I can just put the comment here, suppose introduction. So what will happen, this particular part is see highlighted, and whenever I just open next time, suppose I close this, and whenever I open next time, see it is still highlighted. And when I just open the comment, I will understand that this portion is taken in my introduction part. Because suppose you have 100 document or 200 document, it will not be easy for you to remember that from which article you have touched which portion, or which portion you have added to the research document, your research proposal. So it is very easy that if you just highlight the text, and you can add some note here, and see here introduction part. And similarly you can just select some other portion. For example, I take this much, and I have marked it as a, I simply selected this portion. I can add the comment also. You see, I can add, suppose I have taken this portion in methodology. So hope you understood my concept, that what is the purpose of highlighting and adding. So you see it is in the different color. You can also later, if you want, you can highlight, add note, you can copy, and you can use as means the way you want. So these are all the benefit. It will help you to organize the content, organize the information with the help of annotation, and later you can use all these whenever you want. You can change the color also. Suppose this portion you have selected, you see this portion I have selected, I can use different colors so that I do not forget. You see here, I select this one, and I choose this color. What is wrong? Yeah. So see, this color is, so by just adding the color also, sometimes suppose you have shared your document in collaboration with your supervisor or your other researcher who are working on the same area, so they can highlight the text in their means you have decided that I will highlight the in yellow, you will highlight the text in pink. So by seeing that, you will understand, yes, this particular portion is highlighted by him. So you can easily understand, and you can easily proceed. And later if you find that okay, some of the suggestion you can give here, so the your friend or the research, whoever is part of your research, will understand, yes, this suggestion has to be incorporated in the document or the research proposal. So this is the another advantage which you can use for your research writing. Now let me show you the options available, means how you prepare the bibliography or how you cite in the your Word document, or your the document where you are writing the research proposal. So these are all my research document, but before that you need to install the MS Word plugin. In Mendeley, I have already installed. It is very simple. It will come like install MS Word plugin. So when you click on this, it will get installed, and also it will get added to your Microsoft Word. So in Microsoft Word also it will get added, and when you open your research article, is my Word visible? I don't think it will be visible. Just please confirm.
It's not visible.
Okay, sir. Okay. So I'll just change. I stop sharing and I'll share the Microsoft Word. Okay, so this is my paper where I'm working. the research proposal I am working here. And now I have to cite some of the whatever the resources I have used for collecting the information, and now I have written my article, and now I am going to cite it. So suppose I have to use here. So you see there is a references option. And in reference, you can see that there is an option insert citation. So the moment you click on insert citation, it will open one search. It will open one search box where I have to open means type only the keyword or the author name. And the moment I select and click on OK, you will notice that it adds the citation detail, and it is adding the number because it is as per the IEEE. So now I want to change it to suppose APA style. I don't want in the this one IEEE. So I change it to American Psychological Association. Now it will change it to see Lakshman Rao and Milind, comma 2014. So in this way you can add the information. And this is one citation I have given. Now the second citation, suppose I give here, I again go to insert citation, I type the cloud computing, I take the other one and I just add. So see, two document I have added here. I will highlight it so it will be visible to you, may not be visible. See, two citation I have added to my document. And now similarly, I can add whatever the document I have used for writing the paper. And here I have to prepare the bibliography. So I simply click on the insert bibliography. You see on the top, I simply click on the insert bibliography, and my bibliography is ready as per the citation style of APA. So you see how easy it is. Only you need to add the information in the bibliography. You need to add the document to your Mendeley library, and after adding, you remember that it does not get deleted, because if it is deleted later, it will not be helpful for creating the bibliography. It will also not be helpful to just cite the information citation in your document. And suppose you have added the document. Now your publisher or your conference organizer says, no, we don't want in the American Psychology APA style, we want in the Chicago style. So I simply just go and change it to Chicago. So it will see, it will get changed to Chicago. Or I want to change it to IEEE. So again, it will change, and you don't have to do anything. It automatically changes everything. Only the thing is that you don't delete anything from the Mendeley library. If you're working on any paper, you can work, you can do whatever you want, but don't delete once you have added or you have taken the text and you have cited the information. Otherwise, it will not keep track of all those documents which you have deleted. So it is essential that if you're working with the help of Mendeley, all the documents you are keeping intact, and it is available in Mendeley library. So once it is integrated with your Word document, it will give you the proper bibliography, it will give you the proper citation in your document. So in this way you can do. And also let me take you back to the Mendeley library. I'll just stop sharing, and I'll open the Mendeley library. Yeah, I'm back to this. So apart from this, there are some other options available, like yeah, citation style. See, there are many citation style here by default given. And if you're not comfortable with any particular citation style, so you can see, you can search it. And if you want to get more style, you can search it and you can add it here. So it will get added, and accordingly, you can use whatever. Suppose I want to use this style, Chicago, or I want to use APA. So I can simply select and use this style. So by default, it has changed to APA. Similarly, if I want to write as per the nature, so it will change to Vancouver. So all this, simply you select it and change it. So it will be, your citation will get cited as per the selected citation style. And now let me show you, sometimes it happens that some of the, for example, some of the times it happens that I am searching the document and it gets added twice or thrice. So what will happen? It will get added twice, so it will kill your time, or sometimes when you are adding, it may not give you the perfect citation. So before preparing the bibliography or adding the
कर दिया तो अभी
citation,
कोई रिव्यू करके आपको आंसर करेगा, कोई ना कोई रिव्यू कर रहा होगा आपको.
so you can also do the duplicate checking. So what it will do, if it finds any duplicate item added twice in your library, so it will just show you so that you can delete it. So it will not confuse you, or it will not give you the wrong bibliography. So that option is also available. And now I'm going to show you that how you can invite or how you can search the, yeah, you can add the local citation in this. There is a website of that you need to write, and you can import that citation style. Similarly, you can do it in the Jotero also. You need to write the citation with the help of, there is a website. I will show you at the end if possible. And you just modify and you can add it to the citation manager. Now I'm just going to show you that how you can use the web importer, and this is very good feature because Google we use very frequently, and in Google what happens, we find lot of documents, we find lot of resources, and those resources sometimes are very useful for our research writing. So for that, you can install the web importer. You see, install web importer. I'll just stop this and open the my website. Yeah. So see, whatever the browser you are using, especially it supports in all kind of browser like Chrome, Safari, or even Mozilla. But preferably, I will suggest that if you are using web importer of Mendeley, so you prefer using the Chrome. So I just take it, and it gets added. You can see on the top right corner, there is a button of the Mendeley. So this particular web importer will help you to collect the information from the web and save it to Mendeley. And how to do that? Suppose I just search in the google.com, and I search any document like cloud computing, and I just give file type :PDF. So it will fetch only PDF file wherever it finds, and I will download that. Suppose this cloud computing in Africa. So I just found this document, and I just can see that this is very useful for my purpose. So once it is downloaded, there are two things. Either you can download the PDF file and extract and add to your Mendeley library, or another feature available, that is the web importer, that you can directly difference between Mendeley and SPSS. SPSS is basically software for doing the analysis of your research data which you collect. Mendeley is only for managing your references and bibliography. It does not analyze your data. This is only for managing your references, or Jotero is only for managing your references. SPSS is the package software for analyzing all your data which you have collected for your research writing. Which one is the best software, Mendeley or Jotero? See, in my opinion, both are extraordinary software. As far as the, if you see the means powerful feature, both have powerful feature. Only the difference is in the uh, size. Means Mendeley gives you 2 GB space freely on their server, whereas Zotero gives you only 300 MB space on their server. And some of the good features Zotero has, which Mendeley does not have. Some of the features Mendeley has, which Zotero does not have, but it will not affect your research writing. In both the software, you will get all the common feature which will help you to prepare bibliography, and also it will help you cite the detail. Okay, so I'll just show you. So after downloading this information, I just click on this web importer which is available in the Chrome. I just click on this, and now it is asking me to sign in, because without signing in, it will not allow me to go inside. So once I sign in with my Mendeley user ID and password, it will take me inside the Yeah, I'm in now, because I already had signed in with desktop. So it has taken me. Otherwise, if you are not logged in, so it will ask you to provide user ID and password. And once you do it, it will show you all the search document which you have searched, and accordingly you can select the particular document, and you can add it. So it is still opening. Let me open again. Sometimes it takes time. My net speed perhaps is slow, so it's taking time to download all the information. Yeah, so concept is this only. It will show the list here, and only you need to click on save to library. So it will get added to your Mendeley library, and it will also allow, if there is a PDF file available freely with that search document, so it will allow you to take that particular PDF into your Mendeley library, and which will be visible, and you can use that. Similarly, you can also search another document. For example, now if I just click on Mendeley, you just like this, so it will show me all the information. You see, it is showing me the information, and I just click on add PDF if available. So the cloud computing, and this if I add, it will get added to my PDF, means Mendeley library. And similarly, I can just search, and I can add as many as document I want. There is no limitation on that. Okay, so okay, so I guess you understood the concept that how you can use the web importer. Web importer basically helps you to collect the information through web, and allow you to integrate the information in the Mendeley, and then you can use. So now let us, I just stop sharing, and I will share my Mendeley. Yeah. So now if I just see, I simply just click on synchronize. So whatever the document I simply searched, you can see it is available in my this one. You see this document I searched. And one more benefit you get here, that any document which you are taking from out, it is not going to be added directly into your Mendeley library, because sometimes the information may not be correct. So it will confirm details are correct. When you confirm it, yes, details are correct, then only it will take you, it will get added to your Mendeley library. And later you can means edit the information available in the Mendeley metadata page. You can add tag, keyword, DOI, all these information you can add. Similarly, you can also add the file manually. I did not show you. Add detail manually. So you can choose the type of document which you are going to add from here. And suppose I'm going to add any book. So all the metadata field will be shown here as per the book. And one more thing which is very important to know, that you can add the metadata field. If you want, you can change it. See, this is this page. You have to come to tool and then option, and here you get all the type of document. Suppose this is web page, suppose it's a book, if it is a computer program, conference proceeding. So only see, these are all the different fields you can add from here. Suppose I want to add ISSN also, so I'll select this. I want language also, so I will select this. So whichever the tag you want, field you want for conference proceeding, you can add from here. Suppose all these you can add PMID, owner, month, type, volume, type of work, all these. Similarly, you can also see from other. So suppose I'm choosing for the book, so I save it. And from book, suppose you want to add ISBN, issue, sort, title, type of work. So all these you can add, you can make changes here. You can also do means location you can change to organize all your file. And by default it is get added to the Mendeley desktop. If you want to change to organize the file, you can change it. And by default it sorts all your file with year and title. But if you want to add author also, so you simply drag and select it. So it will sort your file with the help of author, year, title, journal. And so these are all the benefit of this file organizer. You can also assign the watch folder, as I already showed you, that how you can integrate your watch folder. The benefit of watch folder will be that you can always, you don't have to go and add the document manually. Once you put the document in that watch folder, so it will get added to your particular Mendeley library. And it also supports, you can integrate your BibTeX synchronizing. You can enable your BibTeX synchronizing, and wherever you have kept your BibTeX, so it will get synchronized. So if you add any document there, so it will get added to this. Similarly, the Zotero also, you need to have the this SQLite database, and you need to add this database here. So your Zotero document will get added here, and that will integrate your Zotero. And you can also have, suppose you are using any proxy or something, so you can use that. So all these you can do with the help of this tools option. And I will tell you some of the other feature, that is the literature search. As I was mentioning, that it also supports you the literature search. And this literature search, as I told you in the beginning, that Mendeley has there is one question, that is it necessary to install web importer? No, it is not necessary. I already mentioned that if you are not interested to install web importers, you don't install. Web importer is only the additional facility given, that suppose you are searching anything to Google, so and you find any PDF document, you download it and then you add it. So instead of doing that, simply you search, click on add to library. So instead of going to Mendeley library directly from web importer, you can save the document whatever you search to Mendeley library. So it is not necessary to install. It is up to you. If you are not comfortable, or sometimes your browser may not support working with the web importer, so you can search it, you can download it, and you can extract add that document to Mendeley library. So automatically it will extract the document metadata to your Mendeley library. Sir, is it required to paste metadata separately to get the citation, or automatic? No, you don't have to paste metadata. Any document which you are adding, see, any document which is published by any renowned publisher, so that publisher document will always have the complete metadata. You don't have to even add also. But some of the document which you are submitting in conference or you are submitting in any online publication which is not renowned, there you may have that when you add that document to your library, it may not extract the metadata because it does not have metadata. So in that case, you have to add manually. It will not extract the metadata. So in that case, you have to just add whenever, suppose I just click on this, so it will show me the metadata at the right side. So suppose you see it does not have the journal name, it does not have the year name. So I can add manually in this. And if you are adding any document downloaded from any publisher site, so it definitely it will have all the detail of metadata. Then is it required to paste? No, it is not required. Okay, let me just go ahead with other option. I was talking about literature search. See, Mendeley has around 90 million record floating over internet, and if I search anything, suppose I search on cloud computing and I just click on enter, you see it has got approximately 1,18,080 record. You see at the bottom 118830. So these many records it has immediately fetched. The moment I clicked on button, it has fetched the document. So you can see the beauty of this. You will get lot of record. It may be possible that some of the document may not be of the open access nature. So in that case, you may not get that PDF file, but you will get the metadata information, and on the basis of that, at least you can get the PDF from publisher, or you can request, or you can add the citation in your document. So for example, I got this document. So you see the moment I select this one, right side, it is showing me all the metadata. So now if I click on save references, so it will get added to my this library. You see here, it has been added. So in this way, you see this document is added. So it has all the metadata in detail, in where it was published, what is the volume, all the detail you see. Even it has got the PDF also. So if it is available, so you will get it easily. And if it is not available, so you can approach the publisher, or through the different method, you can get it. So whatever the document you find on the cloud computing, you can simply select on the save references. So you save references. So when I just click on save references, it will get added to my repository, that means library. And this will help me to, you see, this document has been added, this document has been added, though it does not have the PDF, but it is having the DOI. With the help of DOI, I can request the publisher, or I can just find it through different method, and I can use that that particular file for my research proposal. This way you can use this literature search. And now I'm taking you directly to the, I'll just stop this and I'll take you to the browser, and there I'll show you that how you can approach the research funding, how you can, I guess my screen is visible. Anyone of you please confirm? I didn't see what. Is my screen visible, sir?
Tripathi, just
Okay.
try to finish it so that.
Okay, sir. Sure. I'll take 5 more minutes only. Okay, so this is our DEX dashboard, and I guess this was.
It's not coming, so you can share the browser.
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. I'll just finish it. And see, only sir 3 points are left, so I'll just finish
your browser is not showing it. It's just showing Mendeley desktop.
Okay, I'll just. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, it has come.
I guess. Yeah. So you see here, this is the suggestion. There is an option of suggestion. Sometimes it happens that when we are doing research work, we may not be comfortable, or sometimes we do not get sufficient information. So in that case, what will happen, you can use the suggestion option, and here only you need to add one document of your interest, and it will show you, it will keep suggesting you the different articles on cloud computing, or it will recommend you that you use this article for your this information, this particular topic. And suppose you find that this recommendation is good for my research proposal, so you can directly click on add to library. So this will be added to your library. So this is the use of suggestion. Sometimes you need to means you may require the different data set, because a researcher, especially the researcher is working in the science, or especially the area where complications are more. So you can see there are 25.9 million data set available from the different specific cross-domain repository, and this will give you the data set which will be very helpful for you to carry out your research. And research repositories are indexed in DRAD and Genedo and Apollo. All these are very powerful repositories, so you will get a very good quality data set here. And also you can find the funding. This funding will help you. Sometimes we may come across different financial problem. So you see there are 20,000, more than 20,000 possibilities are available for funding on different domain like engineering, environmental science. So you can submit your research proposal, what type of funding is available. So if it is suitable, so you can approach through to find the opportunities. And now I'm going to show you one very good important thing, that sometimes we are working on any particular area, and we want to get updated with the help of RSS feed. So let me show you. Suppose this is my opac.nitrkl.ac.in, and here I search any detail. Just a minute, it is opening. Yeah, I just get some detail. I search the information, for example, nanotechnology or something, physics. And when I search it, in the Koha, there is a very good feature given that it gives you the RSS feed link. And that RSS feed link you can integrate with the Mendeley. So whenever any document, suppose you see it got 3,582 record, at the same time it has given me the RSS feed link. Just right click and copy this link. So whenever I will integrate this RSS feed link, so whenever I just get any information, anything is added to Mendeley, your library, it will immediately update you in the Mendeley. So you see here, just find out where is RSS feed and just integrate that RSS feed. So it will give you a lot of option to get updated. Yeah, tools option. I cannot see RSS feed option here. Okay, I think it is not available in this. You can directly go to the web dashboard, and there you can integrate that RSS feed. So there it will keep updating you. You see here this feed option, and here if you integrate, so what will happen, it will keep adding you all the information, and it will give you a lot of opportunity to browse. see, I just pasted here, and I think it is not taking, but this is the possibility. You add the feeds, it will get information, and it will keep you updating about the different updates available on any particular site, not only the Koha, any information. If you find that there is a feed, so you can integrate in the Mendeley, and you can get lot of the documents whenever it is published, whenever it is added. And now I will just show you that what are the different other options in this, and then I will wind up. This is the setting and privacy. In the setting and privacy, you can see that up to 2 GB, you don't have to make payment for this one. But beyond that, if you want, you can also use the package for upgrading. It will cost you around monthly $4 something, and there you can buy. It gives you 2 GB space and all, and you see 4.99 per month. So in this way, you can use the Mendeley for managing your references, and also to write the research proposal effectively. I'm really sorry if I have taken much time. I'm thankful to you all for listening me patiently. I hope I have given you enough to work with Mendeley, and if you have any query or question, you can ask me, or you can even send me the mail whenever means you feel there is no means difficulty from my end. So thank you very much, Sriram sir, for giving me this opportunity to interact with the galaxy of intellectuals. I hope I have been able to justify with the topic which is given to me. Over to you, sir.
Dr. Sangeeta?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Tripathi, for giving this very informative Mendeley session. Even I have attended lots of Mendeley session, but the information which you have given is completely different. And sir, I think some of the participants has asked a few questions. So
Yeah.
if you
I think, madam, we will post these questions to DP later, because we have already time.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
we just summarize it, then we'll go for the.
Sure. So today he has explained lots of new things which I didn't know really how we can implement to give bibliographic information to the user, and lots of other features which we have not used earlier. I'm using Mendeley from last 10 years, but literally I have not used all these features. So I thank you, Mr. Tripathi, for the wonderful session, as well as I thank you, Mr. Sriram, for giving me this opportunity to thank Mr. Tripathi, and thank you all the participants also.
So thank you, madam. Thank you, DP. And before I go, we will go for next session. I officially thanks once again to each and everyone. And thank you, Dr. Sangeeta. So already we have a panel on us. So may I have Munish for a quick thanks to Mr. DP and Dr. Sangeeta.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the program organizing committee and my own behalf, I would like to thank Chief Guest Professor Anil Sasarbuddhe, sir, Chairman AICTE, for gracing the occasion and spending his valuable time with us. I also extend my thanks to our invited guest, Professor Padma Kumar Nair, sir, Honorable Director, LM Thapar School of Management, TIET. I also would like to thank our guest speaker, Mr. DP Tripathi, sir, for his valuable time and gracing the occasion with an insightful thought on research, information, and bibliography management. I am sure that the content shall be useful to all of us. I would like to thank Dr. Sangeeta ma'am for her time to chair and moderate the session tactfully, and conducted the session smoothly. I would like to thank all the participants for patience hearing. Thank you all. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Munish. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, DP. Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta, for your valuable time. And thank you once again. So I'm not taking